Morning, everybody. Today is Sunday, April 28th, day 71. Can you believe we've been out here that long already? Getting ready to head out. Our shuttle driver just showed up. We're going to be leaving Angels Rest Hostel. Been a great stay, been a great place to slack pack back into every evening. But like everything, it's got to come to an end. We got to keep going. Going to be heading out today. It's going to be a short day. We're going to do probably about 10 miles today. Just to let our legs rest a little bit because we just did 220s back to back. And then we're going to head on towards the Triple Crown area of Virginia. Dragon's Tooth is the first one. I almost said that one, but we'll be heading to the Triple Crown area. We should get some great views out in there. Don't know what kind of views we're going to get today as we hit the trail, but we're going to be hitting it in just a little bit. So we'll see you guys when we get out on the trail. All right, everybody, we're getting back on trail. Right where we started yesterday, heading northbound again. Beautiful day. Starting with tired legs, so ought to be interesting. But like I told you, we're only doing short miles today, so hopefully it won't be too taxing. We'll see once we get in the woods. Right now we're still doing the pasture walking like we started yesterday. Turned around a little bit before we get in the woods and saw the valley behind me. Realized just how beautiful and serene this valley is. So I figure you guys want to see it too. Dogwoods all in bloom. Of course, like most days, when you're starting to gap, you're going uphill, so got me huffing and puffing a little bit. Looks like I'm gonna have to get some new lens covers. Got a scratch on, they're not broken, but I got a scratch and it looks like it's impacting the way the sun hits it. I do apologize for that. Good time to do this. You all know what I'm talking about. Time to acknowledge the trail. Nice creek flow right there. We just did a little bit of road walking, coming across. Coming back into the woods at a trailhead. As you can tell, there's cars here. We were just talking. I think we started at mile 678 this morning. Bluegrass says it might be 680, somewhere in that range. Just want to let you guys know about where we are. I'll firm it up a little bit better once we get to camp this afternoon. Little creek crossing first thing in the morning. This is Sinking Creek. Looks like an old tobacco barn. Seen its better days. Still cool to see them. Remnants of a time gone by. And more rocks. So far, Southern Virginia's had a pretty common theme, and that's very steep inclines, climb up to the ridge, and then very steep declines where you climb back down to the valley. And in the middle is this, where you get on the ridge and go. Which is pretty good, because once you get through that huge climb, you've got some pretty smooth walking for a while. At least until you run up into the rocks. But you can make pretty good time, click off pretty good miles coming through here. Today's supposed to be our first day up to 80 degrees, so I don't know what that is in Celsius for those following internationally, but supposed to be 80 degrees Fahrenheit. It's gonna be a warm day. You just tell them, Bluegrass, I don't think we're gonna bypass many places where there's water. If there's water, we're gonna stop and get it, so. And again, we're planning on doing a short day, so I think it may be a little longer than what we said. It may be 11 or 12 instead of 10, but somewhere in that range. Got a little bit of a view of the valley down below. I think it's about where we started. Probably be a little bit better if we would climb those rocks, but I got my pack on. I don't feel like taking it off, and I'm not gonna climb those rocks with my pack on. Well, we stopped at the rock to get a view of the valley and went about 100 yards to the power line opening. Got a much better view. You can come over here. You got some nice mountains in the distance over there. It's a beautiful valley down there. Bluegrass just talking. It almost looks like a golf course down there. Nice and green and lush. It's a good place to be today. Don't really know what that's all about. Thought it was some kind of monument, but there's no markings around it. So I don't know, of course, if I look, there's piles of rocks stacked up everywhere around here. I'm not sure what they are. Don't know what the purpose is. Like somebody just came up here cleaning up rocks. But there's piles everywhere. Stopped to look to see where we were. We were at a place called Bruiser's Knob. Don't know anything about the history of the place. These rock piles just continue to keep coming. Not sure exactly what they are. Maybe you guys know the history behind it. what they may be, or it may just been some old farmland that somebody decided to start stacking rocks. What a view. It's mostly mountains, not really a valley down there. You got a few houses, mostly just mountains. That's the trail going that way. That's just incredible. No narration necessary. Glad it's dry today. Doing a little bit of rock climbing today. I don't think there's any way to do this one holding my camera, so I might put it down. Sometimes the trail's just a little awkward. Nope, we're not all the way through it. This is the Eastern Continental Divide, folks. One way is the Gulf of Mexico, the other way is the Atlantic Ocean. Sitting here next to Bubbles, and what was your name?
Shia.
Shia. I didn't know if you'd gotten a trail name yet or not.
Yet.
Shia still hadn't gotten one. I knew Bubbles had his, but I didn't know if Shia had gotten her one yet. But they're fellow through hikers sitting here eating a little bit of lunch. Right here at the Continental Divide. I can't think of a better place to get it. Just got through talking to one of the Forest Service firefighters. They've been doing a controlled burn in this area, which is a good thing. They do these controlled burns to prevent the forest fires. And they said they got a little bit more than they wanted to. The humidity came down and caught a little bit more than they wanted to, but still got it under control, kept it under control. So glad to see it done. Glad it didn't close the trail. Glad we're able to come through. This section of the trail was, excuse me, this section of the trail was closed just a few days ago. This is a continuation of the earlier clip I showed you where they were doing a controlled burn. But you can tell by looking at it, there was no way a hiker was going to be able to go through here. Now, there was going to be a ton of smoke and a ton of heat. It's a good thing they closed it, but it's open now. We can go through it. Matter of fact, there's a firefighter down there still working on it. Hey guys, here's a lot of the firefighters that are sitting here that have been battling this fire over here, been taking care of the woods for us, so that's good. And then we got a celebrity right here in the middle. This is Firefly? Dragonfly. Dragonfly.
Some days it's Dragonfly.
But she is trying to be the oldest person ever to hike the AT. So we're hoping she makes it, and I'm happy to say that we got to meet her. So now you guys have too.
Cheers.
For those of you who may not know Dragonfly, just to give you a little history, she already holds the record as the oldest woman to ever hike the AT. And I think she did it at 74 years old. Now she's trying to do the oldest person to ever hike the AT, male or female. And when she finishes, she'll be 84, I think. 84 years old when she finishes. So now we've all got to meet her. What a treat. One other thing I wanted to point out, had a picture there with all the firefighters too. All this hard work they've been doing. And guys, we really appreciate that because it gets out all the underbrush in here, makes it safer so you don't have big forest fires. They've been working hard, covered in soot, yet they had a table set up there, giving the hikers free lemonade and donuts and tea and fruit, fresh fruit. I tell you what, that was trail magic that was totally unexpected. And just want to give a big shout out to them and a big thank you. Bunch of good people. Coming down to the night aid shelter, which is where we'd planned on staying for the night. Don't know if we'll stay here or whether we'll keep going. We'll play an audible there. We're gonna go down in here and check it out and get us something to eat. take a little break. Then we'll make that call. Now that we're down here, there's plenty of places to pitch a tent. Nice area. Privy back in there. Got the shelter there. I'm gonna back this up a little bit so you can see it. Yeah, nice little area. We're gonna take us a break here and then we'll make up our mind what we're gonna do. So we did decide to stay at the Night A shelter tonight. There's home. I think I'm gonna sleep in it just like it is right now. Bluegrass is in the back right there, getting his all set up. Already got my bear bag hung. And this is supper number one. That's leftover cheese and bread from Woods Hole. It's about 4 days old, but it's still good. So that'll be supper tonight. And hopefully we'll get another shot before it gets dark. Well, we've got another little visitor come through our campsite just now. This one's a little bigger than the last one. This one's about 6 foot long, maybe even a little longer. He's doing his thing, not bothering us. Looks like he's shedding a little bit of skin, so we're not gonna bother him, not let him bother us. So we're just gonna let him go. All right, guys, I think this is it for the evening. I think we're gonna be just settling in for the night, shooting videos. It's about 6:30. So I'll be, I said shooting videos, didn't I? I'll be editing videos. So I'll be doing that. You can see the tent behind me. There's several other people that's come into the campsite since we've gotten here. It was an early day today. We stopped early, so letting our legs rest. Plus, Bluegrass's wife's coming in a few days, so we're not in any big hurry for the next few days. We don't want to get too far ahead of where she's coming. So the next few days will be short days. But anyway, this is it for the night, and I guess we'll see you on trail in the morning. So until then, this is Bandit, and we're still heading on.